Fajita Day! Oh my God, we're so excited. It is Friday. That means it's the last day of our shows. But what we bring for Friday is Friday energy all the way up here. So whatever day you've had, whatever stresses you have, whatever your boss was telling you, it's time to put it all down, chill, have some tea, and enjoy as we spill all the tea from the last couple of hours, I guess. Anyway, if this is your first time, this is Let's Talk. And my name is Lydia KM. That's Lydia KM on all social media handles.
My name is Dana DeGrazia. Welcome to the Friday show. It's Hustle Got Us Online.
Hope you guys are ready for the weekend. Some of ours started yesterday.
Ooh.
My name is Naomi Wamboy, WAMBOE on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Welcome to Friday. I am Joanne at yummymummy.ke. So happy to be here. So excited for the weekend.
A sunflower.
Thank you. That's like my aim in life is just,
In fact,
I'm always
your
saying,
dress
my
matches
aim
your
in life is always
highlighter.
just look and feel richer than I actually am.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amen.
Don't look like your problem.
Exactly.
No.
Never look like your
Act
problems.
like you've had nice things.
Yeah. What are we doing
life.
this weekend, girls?
Getting a new phone.
Oh yeah. Do you want to tell us what happened to your phone?
It was stolen, point blank. But you know, a lot of people tell me that you're not a Nairobian if you haven't had your phone stolen before. And like, is what it is. You continue. You're not defined by your phone. It hurts a little bit, but you move on.
Yeah.
And think about, you losing your phone is like an answer to someone else's prayer. Maybe there was someone praying for an iPhone, and now God has answered
Actually,
his
that
prayer.
reminds me, for anyone who does have my number, please send that phone inappropriate pictures so that person at least gets like gross stuff on the phone. You know, just make it a little inconvenient.
Ooh, well, speaking of phones, like we have a lot of juicy tea to spill today. You know, Timmy tea that's trending because of some risque things. So you guys sit back and relax. It's time for Hot Talk.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, whoever wants to express themselves via nudity, I feel like you are completely free to do that. However, in the society we live in, there are rules, there are guidelines for where you're going to post this. So the latest victim to have them, I guess, punished for putting out some risque pictures is Rosa Ree, who is the one who posted the picture. She and Timmy have a new song, and she posted, I guess it was a snapshot of one of the scenes. And the video alone is crazy. So she posted a little a snippet of that picture, of the video on her Instagram, and the picture was deleted because, number one, a lot of people complained about it because essentially it was her and Timmy in the tub, clearly naked, and he's holding her bosom
From behind.
from
Let me-
behind.
can
Do
I-
you understand?
can I
So
ask-
that means
are
the
they
picture
together?
is like as intimate as you can possibly have on Instagram,
That's
and it was
the thing.
deleted for nudity. What do you think?
Are they actually dating?
Are they dating?
From what they're making it seem like they are, whether or not that's
For
working
publicity.
for
Yeah.
publicity, but I mean,
okay,
maybe.
it's
I saw them on a show where literally she jumped on him like this, and but if we weren't in the room,
So
something
maybe,
else would have been
so maybe they not like together, but like together, you know?
Yeah,
like,
something is
intimate.
happening.
Something's happening.
I thought, like, I don't know, like it was risque. It was risque, that's for sure. But like we've seen like Kim Kardashian post several nude photos, like of them like holding, you know, they're clearly naked, and people don't complain about those.
It's
like
a
I don't get
following
it.
though. She's a huge profile. I mean, because we were talking about this, and at first I was like, oh well, maybe it's just enough people complained about it. But then as we were going on, I realized I was like, ain't nobody gonna try and block Kim Kardashian's profile or photo. Okay, she's a massive name who could actually mess something up if somebody did that.
Yeah.
Fun
Maybe
Instagram
Rose
doesn't
Ray
work
is
that
Yeah,
way.
it
Amber
doesn't.
Rose got
Yeah.
hers taken down.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't
she
know
did.
it.
Also,
So-
I feel like when I look at Kim's pictures, it's like even if you know she's naked, there's kind of like a way she kind of hides. Like like in
can't
this
see her
picture,
labia,
exactly. Like in this
you
picture,
can't see
I feel like you can
labia.
kind of just her nipple you can't see, but like the rest of the boob is like, hey friends, I'm here.
That's
to
Kim
exactly
can-
what Kim
you
did.
can
She
still
just
do it,
covered the
yeah.
nipple.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like maybe it's like what's expected from someone's
it's
page.
racism.
I
Yeah,
think like
maybe.
because
It's racism.
I feel like also Kim, I feel like maybe that's her standard. So it's like there's less people who are going to be shocked and horrified about her doing it because she's always
That's the
doing
thing.
it.
People who go to her page expect nudity to be there.
Maybe.
But also because as someone who has, I've also had posts taken down from my
What?
Instagram. Yeah, not for nudity, but like sometimes they just send you and say this violates our thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But people
Which
report
sometimes-
it out of pettiness.
Yeah, they
People
do.
will report out of
Exactly.
pettiness.
Like even there's one which I took a picture with my kids and it was taken down.
What?
Yeah, because of like something, or maybe they think you're trying to sell something which is inappropriate. And what I think is that I think it depends on who the person at Instagram who actually reviews it, because you know they have like a whole team
It's a
of
person
people.
who
Yeah.
does it.
So it's like a person who does it. So maybe sometimes they'll come, or like sometimes you're trying to promote something on Instagram and they might not allow your promotion, but someone else who's doing the same thing, they might allow it. So maybe it depends on who like sees it exactly. And maybe like this one, because it's in Tanzania, maybe a lot of her Tanzanian followers like just reported her and
That's
they're like,
what-
we are really uncomfortable
Yeah,
with this.
that is what we put out.
That's
That
what
is
I
we
was
were
gonna
thinking.
say. Like this is Africa, you
Yeah.
know. Like we're very conservative.
And
Like
TZ
with
is a
stuff.
different
What?
league.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
You know.
entirely
Anyway,
different.
so we come from something happening on Instagram to something that's happening in people's phones. WhatsApp has ruined everyone. Like just WhatsApp. But sisters, girls, I keep telling you, keep screenshots, keep receipts, because this next story, man, it's all about receipts. So there's this gospel artist called Wisdom. Not Wisdom, Wisdom. Exactly, who recently was in a tight spot because a video vixen that he had worked with said that he had given her an STI. From what it seems like it's a UTI, because she says that she was having issues peeing and she had like blood and
also be the
everything.
clap.
Exactly, and he of course came out to deny it. So in the screenshots she sends, from what she sent is she was telling him, let me just get it and read. Okay, so she said, 5 months down the line, after various liaisons of a sexual nature, she, and the lady is called Quinta, discovers she has a lethal STI that left her in pain when she was peeing and when she was exactly.
Yeah,
she was
we
peeing
have
and bleeding.
we have an audio.
Oh my God!
Let's hear
What?
it. Let's hear.
Okay.
Hakuna kitu kama infection. Mbona mimi sina na mimi najiwa poa.
Mademu shida vitu haraka kuliko maboi, lakini because I'm guessing wacha nende usini confirm.
Hapana, hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
Uko sure? Hiyo pain na feel because kati uliniumiza unajua kama uliniumiza hadi sasa singekuwa na feel hivyo.
Hapana.
So nda kuniambia nini wewe na mimi?
Sinakwambia ukweli.
Sasa
Mimi
nda kuniambia nini bado?
Hata unaanza kunipea stress.
Za nini sasa?
Sina nishtua.
Nataka niko naenda.
Mimi sijawahi kuwa na
kitu. Nenda nini? Takibio nini nakupatia sasa stress hapo?
Sinashangaa because unaamini inatoka kwangu. Nashangaa.
Dai ni nini?
Wewe unafanya nini?
Mshikona hizo vitu haraka kuliko maboi yetu ni kwa nini?
Hapana, haiwezi sababu sijahave unprotected like for the past 5 months ama 6 months.
Basi maybe I messed na hizi ma toilet basi.
Haki kusema ukweli.
Sasa inakupatia stress kwa nini?
Wewe unajua vile naogopa kukufa.
Guy. Au sio leo hata una feel hivyo. Maybe nilimess na toilet basi I don't know.
Guy, ningekuwa na feel hivyo ningekuwa nishakupigia mbio sana.
And that's what I mean nimekupigia because anyway, acha nitenda ushinda kufa.
Jesus,
that's
can
I
you
mean,
please take the wheel?
I know.
Yes. I feel like that was a setup.
Exactly.
Because she's recording and you can hear, like, you know, even after she has, he's like, okay, this is what happened. And he's like, no, we haven't had unprotected sex. She's like, so where did it come from? I feel like she's pushing it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Did you understand what they were saying?
Not at all.
I mean, it's just them, the two of them going back and forth.
Those are the receipts. He was
Exactly.
just basically saying that he hasn't had unprotected sex.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. Like, he was just very casual.
Exactly.
Talking
to her.
defensive.
Yeah, and she's saying,
Yeah.
where could I have gotten it from? And he's like, but I'm not sick. Like, I'm not having any symptoms. So
Okay,
why
but
would
that's
he
the thing though.
Without any defense, by the way.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, hopefully he doesn't, and hopefully all she does have is a UTI, but also men are less likely to show symptoms than women anyways, so he still should get tested because condoms are also not 100% effective.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot tell who is actually being truthful at the end of the day, but I feel like no matter what, if someone comes to you with even a smidge of a worry, you need to get tested.
But it's kind of, I just
take
feel
care of
like
it.
On
he
this
sounds-
one,
yeah, I don't know.
Even his tone, he's not
Yeah,
trying to
he's
bash
calm.
That's why it
her.
shouldn't
He's
be
not
a
even
hard thing.
defending. He's just literally like,
But
I don't know where
no.
you're going. Like, it's a very casual conversation. The way I thought it was going was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't, like,
Maybe
at
she
all.
got it from someone else
Maybe
and wanted it to be
that's
from
what I was
him.
gonna say.
She actually said that maybe she went to a public toilet and she got it from there, which happens, by the way.
Yeah,
It's very
it can
possible you can
happen.
get it
She
from a public
could, and
toilet.
maybe she just wants to come up, like get money or something.
And I mean, this is not a good way to do it, girl.
really not.
There's
And how
gotta
did
be
she, it's like she was intentionally recording.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
No,
she
she had to
knew.
have been, because who wants to record
Yeah.
such an embarrassing conversation?
Exactly.
Yeah, like you're,
Unless you're
and
catching
that
someone.
means if you're recording before, there's something you're trying to get out of it. Why am I
Yeah.
recording a conversation
Exactly.
about you?
Yeah.
Good news is that most STIs that do make you bleed when you pee tend to be bacterial and curable. So at least there's a silver lining.
And it's probably like
news for
a
you, girl.
UTI, which is not necessarily sexually
No, it is
transmitted.
not. It's not.
So I don't know how I feel about this. And sometimes, wisdom is back, with the crew of EMB.
Yeah.
And every other week, there's got to be something that's being posted out
story,
there
yeah.
to have a conversation so that they can push, their reality show. So maybe all of this has just been like constructed for that. Like I can't believe anything anymore. It's 2019.
It's
I
crazy
know.
that it would be constructed though, because I feel like that if it's constructed, he kind of had to agree to this story. And I feel like this is a weird story to agree to.
But
It's
a
so
conversation.
damaging, but it could be so damaging to his entire career because he's a gospel artist, and he's
Who
here
could
talking about
theoretically
having
have an STI.
intercourse with one of the ladies in his video. It's
First of
so
all, even Mr. B and Diana are definitely not married, so sex before marriage, I guess.
Whole
is-
out of wedlock baby.
not that I care, but I feel like if that's the standard
If
of
that's the
gospel
standard,
artists,
yeah,
I feel like
technically.
wisdom as well can be out here having as much fun as he wants.
Yeah.
But
Just protected.
to each their own.
As I usually
I could
say.
see it coming from
To
a mile
each
away.
Their own. Anyways, drama, wisdom. Who knows? Maybe it's a publicity stunt. Maybe I don't think so. What do you think so? The hashtag is Ebru Let's Talk, and the SMS is 40920. Now changing gears a little bit.
Thankfully.
This next story is not. I know, thankfully, because we've had drama. This next story is not really a story. We're just gonna go down a list of 10 things you should probably stop holding on to in your household. Ladies, you let us know if we're a
Never.
victim of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so your old cell phones.
I don't
victim
have
of that.
any.
But how do you
I
properly
have like
dispose
one
of them?
randomly,
Like three,
like in
yeah.
some suitcase
Some-
or whatever.
somewhere,
Okay,
yeah.
but that's also because 9 times out of 10 you don't have it because it got stolen or crushed or
You give a relative who needs. There's always a relative who
Yeah.
needs a phone.
Yeah.
You give the relative.
Mine,
That's how you
mine
dispose.
broke, so it's like
It's like
And you
break.
Yours
throw
got run
in the
over by a
dustbin.
car.
I didn't throw in the dustbin.
So is it?
It's just like randomly in like one of my
In your
suitcases
house, so
somewhere.
it is in your house.
Yeah.
Like
But
somewhere.
that one doesn't
Okay.
even take up much space.
Yeah,
What's
it
the
really
next one?
doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't. So full tubes of old lotion, or like when you're done with your lotion or spray and they're like empty bottles. Like I have so many like in my room. I don't even know why. Like I'll usually like throw them away. Like I don't.
The
But,
only
like my
reason
house
if
girl
you can
just doesn't
repurpose
throw them away.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Why would you? But let me
and I
tell you
throw them on
something.
the
And I love no one's ever been able to explain this to me. I do not understand why Kenyans will line their house with alcohol bottles. Like, as in, you even
like
you'll
as in
open
the
the
empty
cupboard.
ones?
Yeah, the empty
Yeah.
alcohol bottles. You'll open a cupboard and there's 10 bottles of empty vodka, and it was like,
Wait, is
but
that
why?
adults though? I know
Adults,
like
adults
my
do it.
cousins who's he's like 19 or something. He does that, but I feel like he just
Yeah,
started
it's
drinking.
aspirational.
So that's a big deal.
No,
Like,
Even
for real.
out of uni, empty bottles. I don't get it.
It's like to show maybe it's like a mark of honor.
As an adult, I don't get it.
I don't
Like, when
either.
you
I don't
just
either.
started drinking, like
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Have
because
you
in
seen it?
university, like we
Yeah,
had
I've
like a
seen
little
it.
Exactly.
thing
Strange.
up there. Okay, baby clothes that you wore 35 years ago that your mother saved for you. Okay,
What?
no, I don't have no
Haven't
baby
you
clothes.
moved out?
Right.
Carry your
Our moms
know.
haven't saved our things. No.
How about expensive jeans you haven't fit into since 2011? I'm
they're
guilty
asking
of
for-
that.
it's like a vision
I'm guilty
board.
of that. No, but
It's
it
like
is
a vision board.
because I have like old jeans because I'm like, you know what? I will be able to fit in these one day. Like gives me inspiration, but it's really just taking up a whole lot of space.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Sometimes you
clothes.
just have to be brutal with yourself. Like when I'm clearing out my closet, I just ask myself, in the past year, have I worn this? If
Yeah.
I haven't,
But
I've
you, I
recently
feel
given a
like
lot
you're
away.
easy. Like you just get rid of stuff.
I do.
Like
I
that's
do,
good.
yeah.
You have a lot of space.
have you guys watched Marie Kondo's,
But Marie Kondo is crazy.
decluttering? She says when you're decluttering, what you should do is you hold whatever it is and like
this bring
instantly
me
just
joy?
ask yourself, does it bring you joy? And if you don't feel like like it brings you joy, like you know instantly, like does this make me happy? If it doesn't, just give it away, throw it away,
Does
throw it
this
away.
bring you
You'll
I
find
give
your life
clothes
so much
away
lighter.
A lot.
Yeah.
Good for you.
To my
Okay.
cleaning lady mostly.
Yeah,
nice.
even me.
She's the same size as you.
She has kids.
She's a bit bigger, but you know, whatever she can fit, or my shoes, whatever it is, I feel like I can give out instead of taking to charity. I just give to her.
Yeah. Costume jewelry that you don't use and your children play dress up with it.
I can't even keep jewelry for myself.
For real.
I lose earrings
By
all
the
the time.
way, me
Someone over here had a whole giveaway
By
when
the
charity
way.
starts at home.
Charity
Charity.
Do you live with me?
Huh? This is at home.
This is my home.
Are your baby's ears
This is
pierced
our
yet?
home.
Yes, they are. But she wears the same pair every single day.
Exactly. She's not wearing chandelier earrings.
Okay, cookbooks that you haven't cracked open since you were inspired to go vegan.
Naomi, I'm gonna
vegan
need you to
6
not
years
come
ago.
for me. I'm gonna need you to not come for me right now.
Since you were inspired to go vegan.
Because it's like after a certain point, especially in an Italian household, those cookbooks are like family heirlooms.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, they're like the dust on them is the dust
Yeah.
of your grandfather. You know, it's just it's too personal.
Like
these
my
days
books
has a
in
whole lot.
Africa.
Not
know.
really.
Throw salt.
Yeah.
Throw
Until something
until
whispers in your ear
something
saying,
happens. Until your ancestors
yeah.
say that
If
is
it has
enough, my
onions,
child.
tomatoes, garlic, and ginger and salt, you're good.
You're good to
Like
go.
these days, there's like recipes online. Almost everyone
Yeah,
does online
that's true.
recipes.
I
I always
Right?
look online about it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think like my mom has like boxes of cookbooks. I'm just like, but you okay.
Different generation.
Yeah, true.
yeah.
Takeout menus from restaurants whose dishes you
Those
know
are
by
important.
heart by now.
Those are important.
and you only buy one
Those are
thing.
useful.
Yeah, that is true. They are.
Okay,
menus,
no,
but are you gonna
but
use
now
them?
in these like food apps, now we
Yeah,
don't need menus
you
yeah,
anymore.
you don't.
on your phone.
Yeah.
You really don't. Like this day and age, like cell phones have made a big. I mean, the internet has made such a big
paperless.
difference.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
paperless.
Clothes from 15 years ago, because you know if you hang on to them long enough, they'll come back in style again.
Like flared
yeah,
pants.
like flare
Flair are
pants.
coming back.
They
Yeah,
are
and I
flared
don't
are
like
coming
it.
back.
And I don't
I
like
hate
it.
them. I hate
Fanny
them.
packs,
Fanny
neon
packs,
colors,
yeah.
like neon
Fanny
80s
packs,
colors.
So here, I'll show you. There's this suit, which is like those kind of trousers. I'm telling you, when you
Bell-bottoms.
see it, you're going to feel so happy about life. They look so good.
On you.
No. They're on someone else.
General.
I mean, I doubt it. Maybe it's just because of my body. You see, because my thighs are so big, I need to
Yeah.
wear like figure hugging
Yeah,
things
true.
because otherwise I'll just look enormous.
Yeah.
You just
But
like
maybe
saying that.
also that's
You are
true.
so good.
Dana, you had on
Yeah, yesterday I
bell-bottoms
had
They were
flare,
kind
but
of
and
cute.
I felt very fabulous.
When
But
did you
fashion
have on
circulates.
The
Yesterday.
70s vibe one.
Yeah, the
brown one.
70s, like reddish. But fashion like is cyclical.
For the show.
Yeah.
not for the show.
Not for the show.
Okay,
So Joe just
okay,
doesn't
we
love
diverse.
me enough is what this is about.
We diverse. Okay. The boots that sit on the top shelf in your closet because you love them so much
Yes.
when you got them in school like 20 years ago.
Yes.
Boots.
The boots. Like
Any pair of shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah.
I actually, I'm a hoarder for shoes. I have a lot of shoes I don't wear. Very much so.
Yeah.
The last one, a chipped mug that are otherwise perfectly fine holiday decorations that make you groan every single winter when you see them in the bin. So holiday decorations.
Okay, but you should keep
holiday
holiday
decorations.
decorations.
Yeah.
Like some, but like, you know, sometimes they go out of style
yeah.
and you get newer ones and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
But those are
Chipped
important
mugs,
too.
No.
chipped
Mugs,
mugs. For me,
no.
if I am all in, if I'm going to break a cup, it's going to be broken. Not
Yeah.
chipped.
Same with the relationship.
Exactly.
Quisha banano.
It cannot be held.
And then, you know, as you get older, like I always had this vision that my kitchen would be like lovely and monochromatic. Like all
we
the
all
dishes
did.
would be the same and all the that is not the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, kids. But we're just gonna move on because I don't want to talk about the fact that I both don't have a phone and my glasses are chipped. It's time for Ask the Girls.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
We love Ask the Girls and we love getting whatever you have to say in our inboxes and we love being there for whatever problems you have. So remember to send any of your questions, comments, or concerns to @EbruLet'sTalk_official on Instagram. What we have here is a more general one, but it is something we talk about a lot because a lot of people ask about marriage. So it's kind of straight to the point, but support your answer. So when you get married, will you A, change your last name to his, B, hyphenate your last name, C, keep your last name, or I'm gonna add a D, ask him to change his name to yours? What do you think?
Okay, so if you were to ask me some years back, I was so gung-ho about like, no, I'm not changing my last name to the man's name. I don't, and I really, now to think about it to this day, I don't know why I was that way. I was just
everyone would be like, no, I'm not changing it.
yeah. But now, like, I see like why you would change your name. So I think I would. I might though keep my last name and then add his to the
Hyphenate
end.
it.
Yeah, hyphenate it.
Or make yours a middle
Hyphenate
name.
it. Yeah,
Hyphenate
yeah,
or
yeah.
make yours a middle name.
Like keep my names and then
Yeah, so
add
that
his
makes
to
yours
the
a
end.
middle name,
Oh,
and then
okay.
his is the
Yeah,
last name.
yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's what most Kardashians do. Like
Yeah,
they just
yeah,
keep the
they do.
Kardashian and then they make
they add
the
it.
last one. Okay,
Like
fair
Kim
enough.
Kardashian West, yeah.
Yes, I've always been. I'm going to take my husband's last name. You know, baby. I have waited for you a long time.
And if you're watching,
Sir, I would take your name. I've always really beautiful. I'm a modern woman, yes, but I have a lot of traditional values, which I feel like they're just beautiful. I would love to take my husband's name because I feel like it's that thing which you can do for your husband as a. I feel like sometimes it's a gift. A lot of women do that. Like maybe after like the fifth anniversary or something like that, they officially do it. Like, you know, it's just another way of we are so deeply connected. Furthermore, I feel like either name, whether it's my dad's name or my mom's name, they're both names which are of other men in my life. So it would just be the same way you take your dad's name, is your dad. I'll be taking my husband's as the same kind of honor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would.
Yeah.
And then can I add to my answer? And then only because I would change it, take his, only because like when my kids have his last name, like I want us to all have the same last names.
Yeah.
Like, because growing up, like my dad has his last name, my mom has her own last name, and then me and my sisters like took my dad's like middle name or however the Kikuyu way works. And so like when we would go to like the doctors or like places where you have to take your documents, they're like, okay, are you guys related? Like,
Yeah.
you
It's,
know?
the thing is, you see abroad, because we have, like, let's say my dad's name, John Kimani Getao.
Yeah.
So his last name is Getao.
Yeah.
His surname.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because we have our own name,
Yeah.
then it's confusing abroad
It
because they don't know
is.
which
They
one
don't
is the
understand,
surname.
yeah.
So are you using your father's surname or using your
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
confusing.
For me, I've always wanted to take my husband's name, and I was like, I'm just like, for no particular reason. For me, it was generally before it was just like, oh, I just want to get married. You know, I'm a romantic like you. Oh my God, I just want to get married. I want to have his last name. Oh my God. You know, all those songs, those romantic songs, are always like, I want to take your name, baby.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to do that. And then when I got married, it's what I did. So I've sort of changed my name. So my name was Joan Obwaka before, now it's Joan Muni. But interestingly, and the reason I did that is because I realized now, having gotten married, that it's really a thing of honor for men. Like, it really makes them feel good to be like, you've taken my name, you know. And I mean, for me, I was just like, okay, it's neither here nor there. It's just a name, it's just something you're called. Yeah. But then now, having tried to change it, now afterwards, it turns out it's so much work, like so difficult. Yeah, like I've been married
paperwork.
2.5 years. And I haven't actually managed to change it because now you have to like go now with your marriage certificate, you get an affidavit to say that you're the same person. Then you go to each of the places, you got each of your documents to start changing your documents. It's so troublesome. So in theory, I've changed my name, but in actual sense, I haven't changed. Yeah, exactly. So in fact, it's so confusing because like when I go, let's say I work with a client and they're writing me a check, they'll always write like Joan Muni because I introduce myself like that. But all my bank details are Joan Obwaka. So it's like, it's really tiresome. I wish the government could actually do something to make it easy for people to change
See,
their
that's
names.
another reason why, like, that is definitely one of the reasons. Like, my name is Dana DeGrazia, and it's going to stay Dana DeGrazia.
At Hasselgoddess.
Yeah, at Hasselgoddess Online. Thank you very much. Not only because the logistical issues that women have to go through when they change their name, to me, don't seem fun or, like, I don't want to do it. And Jasper, thankfully, has never been attached to the fact of me taking his name, and I'm very attached to my name. Like, I'm very attached to my name, I'm very attached to my heritage, and he was fine with it. And for me, I'm just kind of like, I feel like even if I took like my father's name, this is still the identity that I was born into, and marriage doesn't change that identity. If who you are is someone who wants to honor your man by taking your last name, that's fantastic. I'm gonna honor him in a different way. And I think that it's one of those situations where it's not like I'm like super open about it and gung-ho with like my in-laws, but I'm just like, I have no plans to change it officially, and I do not change it in my career. I do not change it how I introduce myself. And it's just like, I'm attached to who I am in my identity, and he is not attached to me changing that.
So what about your
thankfully.
children? What would their name
My
be?
children, they will probably have his name, or by then we will hyphenate it, even though it's going to be kind of a bish to be
So
the
assume your child is
Grazia
Joanne.
Muapero.
Yeah.
Like my full name would actually be, if I hyphenated it, Dana Catherine de Grazia Orosia. Or
That's his
Muapero,
last name.
That's
actually.
his last name.
Yeah, his last name is Orosia, but we would probably take Muapero, so it's going to be like his middle name. Like Muapero is like now the nickname like of his, and then Orosia is like his father's name, I think it is. And so now it's like that whole
Yeah,
longness.
you take the one which he's called.
Exactly,
Right.
which he is called. So it would be Dana Catherine de Grazia Muapero, a long time. But
too much.
I mean, my kids can also kind of choose their identity when they want to.
Yeah.
But birth certificate.
But, yeah, I know. But I like what you're saying about how to you, you feel like your name is a part of your identity as a person. And I'm just thinking about how in Kenya, and it's something that I've never really liked. You know how like Kikuyus, you just name, let's say you name your child after your mom or your, you know.
Yeah.
When I got married to my husband, I made it clear to him that I really did not want that. Like for me, I feel like giving a child a certain name speaks into their life.
It
So it's like I
does.
don't want to name her something or like, name my kid something which like I don't even know who that person was, what that person stood for, and you're giving the child that name. You know, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'm like, I don't want to just give the child a name which means nothing just because it's from a cultural context,
So
you know?
for me, because I grew up in a place where I wasn't able to be as interactive with my culture, everything about Kikuyu culture for me is so significant, and I'm so attached to it in kind of a bit of an abnormal way, in that like I feel like I'm really privileged to be able to even be here and think like I'm going to have a Kenyan husband. That was not a reality. Most of my life I thought
Might have.
might have. So most of my life growing up, I just figured it won't be a Kenyan.
Yeah.
So now that I think, oh my God, there's a possibility that my husband is going to be Kenyan, I really want to embrace and do all the things which, like, you know, you do culturally. The only thing which I'd have a problem with, and even my shosho did this, when she was naming my mom, and my mom is a twin, so when she was naming them, the person who was supposed to be named after, like my uncle, who he was supposed to be named after, was somebody who, no, it was my last born uncle, sorry. He was somebody who was horrible.
Yeah.
Right? When it comes, if it's something which the person who is either very toxic or somebody who's done something
Don't
horrifying,
honor them.
I do not want to continue that particular name. But if that's not the problem, I don't have an issue with
And the
that.
way you're attached to being who you is the way I'm attached to being a de Grazia. It's so profound for me.
Me, like growing up, I'm not gonna lie, I hated the name One Boy. I like hated it.
WAMBOE.
Okay, that's
on
my
Instagram, Facebook, and
One
Twitter.
Boy. But like growing up, because it was just, I don't know why I hated it. But I moved to Kenya, like, and when I would come and visit, like my shosho is named that. And so like when I actually like got a chance to like be in Kenya and know her, like get to know her and the person who she is, I love like everything she did for people, what she stood for. It was just great. I was
Yeah.
blessed.
That's awesome. I've loved this discussion. Like for once, it's not just like leave that man, sis. You know, like just. Well, like, I feel like
Don't
I've
take
gotten
his
to,
name,
yeah,
bro.
I'm going to know you guys a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we're so interested in knowing what you think at home. Please tell us, you know, in the comments below, or tell us on the SMS line 40920 or on our Instagram page at Ebru Let's Talk _official.
We hope you are absolutely enjoying the Friday energy. This is our weekend starter. So as I said, we always start with energy up to here. So we hope at home, you've got the same exact energy. And make sure you stay on the hashtag Ebru Let's Talk and the SMS line 40920. We are going straight into Talk That Talk.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
So I'm going to read a bit of a thread, and we're going to, I guess, phrase what you do in the our answers from a place of what would you do if you were her or whatever. You understand it in a minute. So I'm in love with a married man.
You?
Oh.
Hey.
Oh,
Just let
sorry.
her read it.
Sorry, I was confused. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
I ain't waiting this one. So, quote, everything here is quote.
Dig for gold.
I am in love with a married man, and he said he's leaving his wife, but a whole big old Joanne or Naomi butt. But I've been dating this married man for a year now. We work together and we are also in a relationship. He's married with 2 kids, and I respect his marriage, but I also can't let him go because we generally have a strong connection. The other day, he said he will leave his wife and take the kids. He also said the other option would be for us to become sister wives. I would rather be his second wife than him leaving his wife. I know it's wrong that I'm involved with a married man, but it just happened. You can't choose who you love. We spend a lot of time together. I even help him shop for his kids. He visits me, spends time with me, and I don't even think he sleeps with his wife anymore. I feel bad that he wants to leave his wife, and I don't think leaving him is an option because I love him so much. But the other day, his wife texted me and even tried calling me and told me to leave her husband alone. The thing is, I don't think I'm responsible for where his marriage ends up. I am not the one who took the vow, and he's the one to make his decision alone. My question is, should I agree to be his second wife? Question mark. I don't want to leave him, so what should I tell him? Now, before we answer, we're just going to remove the judgment.
No, yes.
And
Wait, what? You should have said this at the beginning.
I know.
We're just going to answer, and we're just going to answer
What
it
you
as
asked.
like, if you are in those shoes, if you are somehow able to fit in those shoes,
Yeah.
like how you'd go about it.
I feel like the first thing, like, number one, it's not, at least in Kenya, it's not actually up to you to decide whether or not you're his second wife. It's up to his first wife. My understanding is, new constitution, he has to ask her and make sure it's okay.
I don't think
So,
he's meaning to be
yeah.
legal. I think he
Clearly,
means like,
yeah.
just
So,
know
but
you
then,
both,
then,
you're
then,
both
then
here.
we're talking about, hey, are you just okay with like being my second wife with having no legitimacy, which it seems like she does kind of want, because she either wants A, to be with him legitimately as he is a divorcee, or B, legitimately respected as his second wife.
Right. So context-wise, like just so that we all we're clear, I feel like what we're referring to second wife, which usually most people mean is my first wife knows you are there
Knows
too.
you are there.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so then in that standard, I feel like she can know you and still hate you. Would your life really be better if you were there with this woman who resents you, who already she said she doesn't want you to be in the picture? Like, if leaving him isn't an option, you have to kind of choose the path of, this woman's going to hate me, and I need to not get past that. But now also, she's flat out said that she doesn't think that his marriage currently is her responsibility. And leaving alone the judgment of like, oh, you're with a married man, that's fine or whatever, but also, would he be the man that you fell in love with if he left his kids and his wife for you? You know?
Yeah.
And like, would he be the man that you think is loving and caring and wonderful if he left them?
He said he's leaving the wife and taking the kids.
Yeah. Okay. I have
Is he?
I have a few thoughts. I'm going to try and keep the judgment out of it.
Try your best, baby.
100%.
Try.
Yeah.
Please,
Just
try.
when you hear it
As the
coming in,
wife.
just tap me. Okay. Thank you. Well, I strongly feel like the biggest issue here is you're not taking responsibility for your actions in what's happening in this situation. Where you say that I know it's wrong, I'm involved with the married man, but it just happened. Things don't just happen.
You
can
chose
see
it.
them from a mile away. The second the person comes to sit next to you and you feel the strong connection,
No,
it did
you
not
chose
just
it.
happen. Exactly. Secondly, you saying that you don't feel like you're responsible for where his marriage ends up. You're not the one who took the vow, and he's the one to make his decision alone. You, every single day when you're with this married man, you're also making a decision. So it's not up to him to decide. It's also up to you to decide. And if you decided that you wanted to leave this situation, you actually could.
have.
As to whether you should agree to be his second wife, I absolutely do not think so. Because the thing is, with these kinds of like situations, I feel like married men are not looking for another wife. They're looking for this escape, which is like a different kind of experience. And that's what's exciting about your situation. Chances are when now it becomes legit, it'll just be like, okay,
He will
fine,
look
I
for a
have,
third.
exactly, now he'll look for that excitement somewhere else. Those are not your kids, by the way. He can't just decide he's leaving his wife and he's taking the kids. In Kenya, if the kids are below 18, unless the mother is abusing them, the kids are going to stay with the mom. So chances are he's not going to leave his wife and his kids. And like she said, you have to ask yourself, are you comfortable being illegitimate for the rest of your life? Probably not having children with him. I mean, we don't know. And then also now ending up in the same situation as this first wife. And hopefully years down the line, someone is not writing to ask the girls who's now the third babe, who he's telling, oh, you should be the third wife because, you know, these other two are...
I'm bored.
Go on.
My thoughts. I feel like even though he says he's gonna leave his wife, 9 times out of 10, married men are not gonna leave their wife and their kids, with the whole family. So, like, my interpretation of this, so like the whole second wife thing, like if she says yes to being his second wife, is that just another come we stay relationship thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
I personally, I would say no. If I was in those shoes, I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I'd leave the married man alone. Just a whole left alone. But yeah, I
Joe, can I ask you a question? Actually, Lydia, answer, and then I want to ask the question. Well, because my question is, would you, as the wife, if he approached you saying, hey, she exists now and I don't want to get rid of her, how'd you feel? Because I remember you saying there's very little your man could do that would make you leave. That is something that would push you over the edge.
Because that one is just like the highest form of disrespect for me. Like you can't even try and hide the fact that you're cheating on me. Like now you've come to tell me. You've come to tell me that actually
because something happened. Yeah, something now happened before.
Absolutely. But you know what I would do? I would just be like, I understand. Okay, if things have changed and you no longer feel like you want to be in this marriage, I understand. But I will not coexist with her. Then he can choose. If he chooses that, okay, me, I want to stay with her. Then I'll just be like, okay, I will then make the decision to exit this situation to allow you to be that person that you want to be.
You've chosen. You will not mind them.
Number one, I always feel so bad when I see somewhere written where a woman is the one who's out there fighting the other woman to can you leave my man alone? Do you know the level of control you have lost in your situation, that it's not him you're talking to? You have now lapsed over to beg. As much as you're saying, you're kind of begging her because you feel like your marriage is in her hands. I always feel so bad when I find that situation. I mean, you fall in love with a married man. Definitely that was a decision, and every time you are with him, it's a decision to continue making that love, this strong connection. You're still building it, and as Joanne said, it's the favorite toy versus the new toy. The new toy always looks shiny, but guess what? There's always a favorite toy, and not to say you can't be a favorite, but guess what? He will find another new toy. That's how it goes. Like, this is like a cycle. This is not new. This is not fresh. You're not the only first.
Well, and
definitely
you're not the exception.
The last. Now, my personal opinion as far as like the second wife thing, you don't want to be cheated on the way he's cheating on you. So you're just asking to put yourself in the same shoes she's in. Nothing is going to be different. He may have you and her, but he will have another you at some point. So sometimes it's like, maybe you can enjoy this strong connection and this love that you have when things are not that complicated, because that's what you're being for him, an escape from something else. And the minute you ground yourself, so he is gonna have two grounded situations that he's gonna need an escape for, and I know it doesn't feel like it right now because it's the other woman who's being hurt, but sometimes when you consider that you are partaking, whether or not it's your vows or not, you are contributing to somebody else feeling like crap. Karma-wise, that's still gonna come back.
The universe will come.
You should see how Dana and I rolled our eyes when we read this part 4. When you read the part 4, I don't even think he sleeps with the wife anymore.
Oh my God! Because the thing is, like, even if he wants to tell you, like, I'm not happy in my marriage, all these things, chances are that's not exactly the case. He just wants to kind of legit. He wants to justify it. He wants to make you feel better, like, oh, you're healing his pain, kind of thing. And listen, I will not say that polyamorous couples don't work. I know a very successful one in the States, and there are even couples. What I tend to see is polyamory works when everyone enters into the relationship knowing it could be poly, knowing that it could be more than 2 people. There are very few relationships I've seen where only one party wants to make it poly and the other needs convincing.
Yeah, but and it tends to be, it's always better when maybe you're married and you see a girl who, for whatever reason, you feel like, okay, I would like to make her a second wife before she's an affair. Because guess what? Look how the relationship has started between the two of them.
The dynamics.
It started with, you were the reason I was hurting all those months or all those years. I was crying at night all the time. The welcome is not going to be there. And even if she does agree, she'll be agreeing out of, I want to keep my marriage and I want to keep the homestead, not out of, let's try it out. I feel a man I would say, if that's what you're thinking about, it's always better to approach a situation before there's hurt.
Exactly.
Because you never know. Maybe she's going to be like, okay, you didn't step out on me. You didn't go out and disrespect me. You've come to
came and
me before you've crossed the line. She might even consider it because it's coming from that
Because
place,
that's the
right?
thing, because he enters into the conversation with this air of like, I still respect my marriage.
Yes.
Because if you're still going about it, I respect my marriage, and this could be a direction that it's shifting towards, then that's okay. But the fact of like polyamory and wanting a second wife and having an affair, two different things. Two different things.
Definitely. And you made a good point, Dana. I wonder if he was to leave the wife and the kids, like if she would be happy in a relationship with just him, or if it's the thrill of like being with a married man or something, you know? So weird. Anyways, we are moving on to our next segment. It is time for game time.
Yes, I was fixing her hair.
Because we
You're
love
a
her.
real friend. Yeah.
Her.
True friends fix your hair on national
Fix
TV.
your crown.
Thank you,
Fix your
Lydia.
crown.
So the game is called Pictionary. We are all given a we're all
There's a
given
fifth
cards.
member.
I know. We're given cards, and you have to draw whatever is on the card, and the rest of them have to guess. I'll go first.
Good, cool. These things are
Wait,
detailed.
can I switch?
No, okay, grab that one.
No. Okay, that one might be hard.
No,
Can't
let her
switch.
keep it.
These
Where's
things are
the?
detailed. Dang.
All right.
Okay, I suck at drawing. Just a side note.
We believe in you.
I don't even know where to start.
Is it one word?
Okay.
Oh,
They're all
do
one
I
word.
have to say? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
They're all one word, right?
Cool.
No talking.
You're talking me.
A box? It's not
Coffee.
even straight. Is it a hot dog?
Yes!
Okay.
Leave it to
Good
Dana to
job.
guess the food.
Okay. I'll just like move. Okay.
Next one.
Aw. A vase?
A chalkboard.
A piece of paper?
A sack.
A packet of
notebook?
crisps.
Yes.
Oh
Dang,
my God.
okay. Yeah. Good
What
job.
were you drawing on the side?
Chips.
I'm surprised as well.
I'm trying to draw the chips.
I'm surprised as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Lydia. Oh, let me.
I feel like yours
Wow,
are
can
food
it be
theory.
any?
Are they
They're
beans? Are they peanuts? Beans, yay!
Good job.
So nays
I
are
was like, you to say that.
Okay.
I've got a none so
Oh
far.
man,
Okay.
this one's hard. I don't know. It's not.
I feel it's apple,
Circle.
an orange, a pumpkin.
No.
Tangerine. Tomato.
No, it kind of looks like tomato.
It does
no.
look like a
Peach?
tomato.
No.
Is it a fruit?
It has
No,
to be
it's
a
like
mango,
this.
An avocado.
A pear? No, it's not. Oh, she says not a
A
fruit.
pop-up.
Is it a vegetable?
It's
It's a vegetable. A
It's
gourd,
a
a squash,
vegetable.
a pumpkin.
It's,
Come on!
It's a vegetable.
it's a yeah. I mean,
Okay, just say.
you
Sorry.
cook with it.
What is it?
It's an onion.
An onion!
It kind of looks like an onion.
You gotta put the
Kind of.
layers on.
Onions from Kawasukari.
Yeah.
Okay, sis.
Ever. Okay.
Shade.
Last but not least.
Uh-huh.
Man, that one's hard.
Bathtub.
Plate.
Oh.
I'm thinking food when I.
Yeah.
not doing
Yeah.
anything.
Think that
Food
way.
and food.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. Shit.
Okay, you're making a sandwich.
Food.
A bread.
Container. Food container.
Okay, let me make this. Okay,
We
here.
had food container.
Okay,
Menu.
The marker is running.
I don't know how to draw this.
What's
A
that?
grill.
Chocolate.
Oh, so you didn't even make it into squares.
No, but chocolate, yeah.
It's kind of hard
Okay.
to, you
Who's
know.
gonna go next?
Alright.
The
Okay.
pen is kind of running
Ingredient.
out. Sorry.
Yeah,
I think you did pretty well.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I think you
Thank
did well.
you did. You did.
All the
Given
best,
what you
Lydia.
had.
Oh, the best.
Believe in you. In a dress like that, how can you mess up?
I
can you be a
know.
loser?
Hey, it looks like
You
you're
can't
like
be a
selling
loser.
something.
You do. You look like one of those car models.
Yes, and this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of horsepower under the hood. Cherry.
Apple.
A peach. Apple.
Apple.
Thank you.
Peach.
Good job.
I guess the cherry.
Balls.
Balls.
Oh, heart. Heart.
a ball. Heart,
Not
a base?
lung,
A tail?
lung.
Girl.
butt.
It's not what we think it is.
Sack.
Oh. A plant. That's a plant. No, a plant.
A barn.
Okay.
What was it?
All right, no.
Okay. Cheese.
Eyes.
A pig
a
nose.
seed.
A pig.
A pig.
Bacon.
A nose.
Snout.
Snout. Nostrils.
Nostrils.
Pig nose.
No. Snort.
Trunk. Elephant.
Nose. Nose. We said nose.
No.
But we said pig nose.
You said pig nose, you said nostrils, you said everything.
Next.
How
Not
is
doing
the
too
top
well.
one a nose?
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm doing the best I can. So easy to destroy, so difficult
Yes,
to create.
it is. It is.
Oh, sorry. Next person.
Okay, fine. Ain't nobody got time. Okay.
Am I?
I believe in myself. Who believes in me?
believe
We
in
do.
you.
You're
Thank you.
beautiful sunshine.
Thank you.
Draw only 2.
Okay. Let me draw the 2 easiest.
Strawberry.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. Oh, God.
Fireworks.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
good job.
Okay.
Straight into the
If I am the winner,
I would not
I
have
am
guessed
the
that one.
You draw it so
You said-
small. Can I have this?
why I drew it so small?
Yeah.
I wanted you to get the like.
Yeah. I
Oh.
got that.
Right?
I got the chew. Yeah, I
Eh,
did.
okay. So,
Me and you should
quick
just
time.
like. Let's just hold hands. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Ice cube tray.
Windows.
Ice cubes.
Prison.
Apartment building.
I'm trying to forget. How do you...
Classroom. Desks. Offices.
A chocolate.
Chocolate bar. A bar.
Bar. Candy bar.
Restaurant.
Sweets. A bag of sweets.
What
Popcorn.
is this?
Cubes.
What is that?
That chicken broth cubes you used yesterday.
Royco.
Royco. Oh, Lord.
You're gonna.
There's more? A gourd. Oh, juice. Water.
A garden.
Water. Poseidon's thing.
What is this?
Putting
A
some
jug.
water in cereal.
It's a waffle.
What?
See, waffles have squares.
But not like those, but sure.
Not like those.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna have to.
Let
Sorry.
me not die.
Next.
Hey.
Choose the easiest one, Dana. The easiest one.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
That's relatable to black people.
Africa.
I'm not the one who wrote
Sorry,
this.
yeah, okay. That's an animal of some sort. It's not an animal of any
It's
sort.
a steam thing. It's
A
pot
train.
on a...
Yes.
Oh, yay!
Yay, who's the winner?
Hey, this.
Hey, I've won this.
Yay!
What is it based off of? What
It's
is it
because
based
she
off
was
of?
able to
how
draw
We
it off of-
dispute that.
And you know, one of these days, I want you to say it's me when it's not.
Wow!
What are we gonna do?
Wow!
True.
To conclude,
Yes.
I feel like it's obviously a resounding. Married men will not leave their wife, and even if you're the second, you just be asking to be treated the same way he's treating his wife now.
With kids.
That?
Yeah, I have a phrase that my mom always shares with me, because I mean here she said that she didn't want to leave him because we genuinely have a strong connection. My mom has always said to us, girls, you can't build a life on feelings. Lives are not built on feelings. Relationship like your whole everything that you're going to do in your life is not built on feelings. Feelings can be determined based on like what you decide you want to do, which is right for your life and for your future. So despite the feelings, you can tell yourself, I know this is not right, or I know that I'm going to suffer later on. I'm going to dismiss my feelings for now. And later on, when you've not been with him for a while, you'll be like, oh, now I have a strong connection with someone who can actually be mine.
It's true.
So yeah.
I do not know what word is more conclusive than that one. Thank you for that wisdom,
you.
Joe.
You're
We hope
Thanks,
you
Mama.
have enjoyed the show, and we hope that the wisdom has started your weekend off on a high. So number one, we want to thank you so much for being here. Number two, our second episode of our YouTube episodes are up now, so go check out Let's Talk Scoop. Until next Wednesday at 6 p.m. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a fantastic weekend. My name is Lydia KM. That's Lydia KM on all social media handles.
My name is Dana DeGrazia. It's Hustle Goddess Online.
My name is Naomi Wamboy, WAMBOE on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
And I am Joanne Mooney at yamimalu.ke on all social media platforms. See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey, ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey, ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey, ladies, your time is up. Please move aside for us. 1, 2, 3, flex. Don't kill our vibe, or we will lead to a lie. Don't test. 1, 2, 3, flex on the test. Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. We're on.